greater by the fact that we have been deprived in 2020 and 2021 of one of the most important dimensions of this event, which is a highlight in the life of EDRLab, your very real presence. The glances and handshakes, the informal encounters, the simple pleasure of being together, all those good vibes that Zoom or Teams can't provide. This day is important for EDRLab. It allows the community to unite around it and to welcome those who are interested in these activities. Our activities are numerous, and to borrow a metaphor from figure skating, they include both imposed and free figures. The imposed figures are the projects that motivated our creation and that EDRLab continues to make evolve. The experience of reading is at the heart of these projects, an extensive experience that includes all the acts that participate in reading, display of text, of course, but also the most faithful restitution of the author's intentions and the editor's choices through formatting, layout, and presentation options. An experience that also includes acts that are inseparable from reading, such as annotation, research, and location in the text. EDRLab's actions address different layers of what allows a good reading experience. The Readium SDK, software bricks along the development of reading applications. Today, more than 30 mobile or desktop applications use Readium. A reference desktop application, Thorium, a DRM system, LCP, which offers file protections and allows the lending of ebooks in libraries. EDRLab also participates, of course, in the development of the EPUB format within the W3C. What are then the free figures? These are the other EDRLab projects for which EDRLab has been solicited because of its irreplaceable expertise in the field of digital books. Currently, the majority of these projects relate to accessibility. This is not surprising, given the upcoming entry into force of the European Accessibility Directive. All those who have approached the issue of accessibility have discovered its richness and complexity. It forces us to revisit each facet of digital publishing, and for the entire ecosystem presents a large number of challenges that we must address quickly. I look forward to the time when, in meetings like this, there will be no more talk of accessibility at all, when digital books will simply be synonymous with accessible books. There is still a long way to go, but I'm convinced that this moment will come, and I hope as soon as possible. Before handing over to Laurent, who will present the program of this day in more detail, I would like to thank the sponsors of this edition of DPS, the Readium Foundation, Hachette Livre, De Marque, Easy Crunch, Colibrio. Have a nice day.
Okay, good morning, everybody. It's very nice to see you again in real life after 2 years of Zoom. So the first thing I want to say is that we've got sponsors this year. That's great because it's the reason why the event can be low cost or free this year. Readium Foundation, you know the Readium Foundation, open source software. And we will talk a lot about Readium directly or indirectly today. Hachette-Livre, one of the big publishing, the biggest publishing group in the world. The Mark, a big distributor and provider of technical services. EasyCrunch is also a provider of technical services, and there will be a session about their latest product, which is very interesting for accessibility today. And Colibrio Reader, very good toolkit, similar to what Readium makes, commercial, and a good friend. Colibrio, Lars, will show his products in the lobby if you want to meet him. Alors, it worked the first time. It was good. Yeah. Okay, let's go back. Okay, this one, the next one. Good. Okay. A bit too large. So I will just say that EDRLab and Readium have the same goals, providing every type of content, publications, to every kind of reading device and for everybody. Meaning that if you've got on the right an ebook, an audiobook, a graphic novel, something which is text-based, image-based, audio-based, in different formats, so EPUB 3, PDF, Readium packages, DAISY, W3C packages, LCP protected or not, you can either provide ways to download the publication to reading devices or to stream. The idea is that downloading or streaming should be equivalent. And so the Readium Foundation will start working on what we can call streamer, document servers, things that provide this capability on e-readers, smartphones, tablets, computers, and smart speakers. And we will talk about smart speakers today. Quickly, the program of today is to talk about first ebook DRMs, LCP, open source, desktop reading, which is also open source, quick information about data mining and publishing, which is something that comes from a European directive that you must know about. So I will explain quickly what it is about. We will talk then about the new versions of publishing standards, EPUB 3.3, which is coming. For this, Yvon Herman cannot be there today, so he will make his presentation by Zoom. Then we will talk about the European Accessibility Act, and we will have a very interesting roundtable about the fact that the accessibility clock is ticking, and we must really act quickly now. A session about accessibility metadata and what Hachette-Livre does for that. Session about accessibility and fixed layout EPUBs, and how to make fixed layout accessible by easy. And we'll, at the end, talk about what people call silver technology, meaning technology allowing elderly people to access content, and in our case, access ebooks. I will just try to go, yes. And I wanted to speak about the European Digital Eye, the EDRLab, quickly. So it's European, but not only. We have members from every part of the world. It's a laboratory because we are working on open source, open standards, accessibility, and DRM. We are a small team. We are, at this moment, we are 4 people. It's an association with 65 members, all professionals, publishers from all the value chain of the industry. And it's driven by this book publishing industry. So it's driven by the book publishing industry, plus the public sector, plus the associative sector for accessibility especially. So it's a very collaborative network of professionals. And its budget comes from grants and membership fees. From France, essentially now, because we are well, born in France, but I hope that the balance will change, and LCP certification. So if you want to join EDRLab, you're welcome. If there is ways to have collaborative grants for the projects that we pilot, you're welcome. If you want to become an LCP user, you're welcome.